Title: Karen accuses a white boy of kidnapping his Asian sister. My GF has a college friend named May. She was adopted from China and brought to the US as a baby. We were chatting in the dining hall when May told me this bizarre story that happened between her and her older brother, John. Note: May is the only adopted child in this family. John's mom was busy one day and needed someone to pick up May from middle school, so she asked John to do it. Usually how it works is several supervisors watch all the kids, and then guide each parent to their kid. When John approached this one supervisor, aka Karen, she was skeptical that this was May's brother. John explained his mom was busy, so she asked him to do it. He even showed her his driver's license, but she was still skeptical. Karen told John to wait without calling May over. Apparently, Karen tried to call May's mom and dad, but neither answered. By then, almost all the kids had already gone home. May noticed her brother, and tried going out to him, and the following exchange was something like this: May: "Oh hey, John. Karen, get back in the building. We can't verify who this man is." May: "Ms. Karen, that's my brother." Karen: "Well, we can't verify him, so you can't leave with him." John: "Ms. Karen, I am her brother. May was adopted. Didn't my mom tell you? Karen: "For all I know, you could be some stranger here to kidnap a little girl. It's for her safety as well as ours." May and John were both getting annoyed, so they just waited. Before they knew it, the police showed up. Karen says she suspected this young man of trying to kidnap his own sister, and possibly even be a pedo. She also made snide remarks like, "I know I wouldn't want my kid to be in this situation." John showed his license again, and May pleaded with the cops that this was her brother. John called his mom, and finally, she picked up. When John told his mom what happened, she was pissed. Karen tried to argue it was for the kid's safety. One mom to another: "Surely you must understand my position." John's mom was having none of it. She went off on the Karen, accusing her of being sexist for assuming her son was a pedo, and racism for assuming he wasn't related because he's white. She said if John was Chinese, or if May was white, she wouldn't doubt that they were related. Karen was arrested for her false accusations, and later got fired. I've heard of black caretakers being accused of kidnapping white kids, but I guess Asians aren't immune from this either. In any event, it sounds like May's got a good family behind her. Edit: IDK if May's brother was on any sort of approved list of people to pick her up. She didn't say. Edit 2: Karen was arrested for making a false police report and disorderly conduct. She was fired, at least in part, for racial profiling. Edit 3: To everyone saying this is fake, all I know is what May told me. Title: EP adopted my nephew retired to another state. Call to tell me to come pick up adopted nephew. Am not even there. My dad and my stepmom have been married for a long time. My stepmom had a son from a previous marriage. He had a son. Long story short, stepbrother got hooked on drugs. My parents adopted him and even went so far as to change his name. Fast forward 4 years and they are fighting like cats and dogs. My stepmom called my wife and told her to come get him. I was at work and my wife left and drove 8 hours to get him. My stepmom was not even there. No call, no text from my dad. I already have 2 sons. Title: M says I can't work at my mom's food truck because I'm a guy. Cast: M entitled Mom K Kid. She was not entitled. Mimi M my mom. I'm on mobile so SRY if it's hard to read. So around 2 years ago my mom bought herself a food truck. It had been a lifelong dream of hers and me and my brother often helped out at the food truck. We had to close the truck for a bit cause of COVID, but we reopened it a couple months ago. I was helping my mom with the food truck last week and was taking orders. After a couple hours of nothing, a person walks up. And guess who it is? If you guessed an M, you'd be correct. The M comes up with her daughter. Her daughter looked to be around 15. They come up and I ask what they wanted. The M's face shrivels up like a raisin. She asks what I'm doing and why I'm dressed as I am. My mom's food truck sells cupcakes and other baked goods, and so the uniform is a reddish pink. I say I work here and I'm dressed in all pink cause it's the uniform. The M does not like that. Conversation goes roughly as follows. M, you work here. Me, yeah M, that's not right. Guys shouldn't work at a food truck. Cooking is meant for women. Me, oh so one of those people. Look, I may be a guy but that doesn't mean I can't cook. This is 2020, not the 80s. Mom, something going on op. Me, I'm fine mom so you're the one who let him work here. Have you no class? He should not be working here. Mom, bold of you to assume my child is a guy. At my mom's remark me and Kay burst out laughing. M gets mad at her daughter for it and starts scolding her. Then turns back to me and my mom. M, what do you mean by that? Me, B, I'm gender fluid. I could be either a guy or girl. Or neither at times. M, how dare you call me the UF? I was just laughing at the situation up until she that word and wanted so hard to just punch her in the gotchi, but right as I was about to explode at this woman my mom spoke up. Mom, leave. Now. M, what? You can't make me do that. I have rights you know. Mom, this is my truck. B, now leave and never come back. If I hear you insult my son again then you're going feet under. The M gets even more upset and the arguing goes on a bit further with the M eventually leaving after about 5 minutes. Title, no you can't have that one because it won't match. Oh it's fine, it doesn't have to match. Hello all, this happened yesterday. I work at a flower shop, and all in all it's a great job. Yesterday I was at one of our locations in a nicer part of town, which can bring in some interesting interactions. It was just me and one other girl in the shop, and it was a pretty slow Saturday. Then we get a phone call from a woman asking if we make corsages for little girls, because her daughter is having a kindergarten graduation. Honestly I'm still confused as to why they're holding one of those in October. But okay. I tell her yes, we do make those, and asked if she wanted to go ahead and place this order over the phone since they take some time to make, and then she can come pick it up once it's done. She says no, she wants to pick out the colors herself. I tell her okay, that's fine, we'll see you soon. Fast forward a few hours, in comes a man, a woman, and a 6-year-old girl. She explains that we spoke on the phone earlier, and they want to pick out a corsage. I told her that we don't pre-make the wrist kit for small ones, but they could look through the big ones we have pre-made, pick out their favorite, and we'd remake it smaller to fit a 6 years old. She says fine, no problem with that. I ask the little girl what she's wearing to her graduation, and her parents talk over her saying it's a pink dress and a white sweater. Okay, fine. So I pull out all the wrist kits we have in pink and white, probably about 10 pink ones and 8 white ones. The little girl is so excited, looking through them all. Her dad goes, oh I like the white ones. Let's do that one, and points to one. Mom agrees and says, yes, we'll take that one. Daughter gets upset and says, no, I don't want that one. I want pink. Mom and dad roll their eyes and say, honey, do you want to pick it? Or should we just let mommy and daddy pick it? Smiley face, of course. 6 years old says, I want to pick it. They roll their eyes again, and say, okay fine. And daughter goes back to looking at each of the pink ones. Meanwhile I'm just standing here, waiting for them to tell me which one they want, feeling awkward. Then 6 years old goes, okay, that one, and points to one with dark pink ribbon. I start to say okay and reach for it, when mom goes, no you can't have that one. Your dress is light pink. This one is dark, it won't match, let's get the white one. Which I don't really understand, because dark pink and light pink often complement each other. We use different pinks all the time in our flower arrangements. The little girl is upset and tries to tell her mom that she really wants the pink one, but mom insists. Daughter starts to cry, and mom just turns to me and explains, her dress is light pink. Like lighter than your shirt color. So that's why we have to do the white one. Could you put pink flowers on it? Even though we even have other shades of pink ribbon out. Very light shades? I say, yes we can put pink flowers on the white one. But the flowers we have aren't gonna match her dress color, they'll be too dark. And what does this bitch say? As her husband pick up their crying daughter and starts to walk outside? She says, "Oh, that's okay, it's not a big deal. It's just kindergarten." Y'all, I was speechless. I literally did not know what to say. So I go ahead and ring them up, and tell them to come back in an hour so we can make the corsage and give the glue time to dry. I walk back there and tell my coworker what just happened, and she agrees that that's the stupidest thing ever. So as we make the white corsage with the ribbon they picked out, what do? We add as many pink accents as we can, and pick the darkest pink flowers we have to put on it. After an hour, Mom walks in alone to pick it up. Barely even glances at it, and says, "Oh, perfect, thanks."